I know, when I say the church I grew up in, I mean like after I came out of religion. I was at this church for probably about 3.5 to 4 years, and I consider it the church I grew up in because I want to say I spiritually grew up there. I'm kind of thinking it was more like the kind of the entrance, the intro to it or whatever.
Yeah.
But I got so used to like 2.5 hour services, and I remember there were times when worship would start and it wouldn't end.
Yeah.
The like the
Yeah, because they felt the move of God coming.
Yeah, and
If you got,
I
you
love
got a
that
guest
stuff.
speaker and you got to have a offering, like you can't do,
Nah,
it disrupts the flow.
like
Not,
after I remember a couple times. Actually, there was, oh my gosh, that was probably whenever we were in the old building. There was probably about 2 or 3 weeks straight where worship would begin. Two
mhm.
hours later, he was his main thing is a prophet. He was playing the pastor, but his main office, the one he was born into, was a prophet. He would walk up. He's like, "Nope, I ain't saying a thing. We're gonna continue this until the spirit stops." And I think those went, like I said, it went anywhere
Yeah.
from between 2 hours to 3 hours, and it that brings me back to like the whole thing in the Gospels with Jesus is that you know I want to say I don't know if this is statistically true or not, but like the average church service is like an hour and a half maybe. If you look at the Gospels,
Yeah.
those services, the times when people would be following Jesus,
Yeah.
they would last a full day or even
Yeah.
days. It was whenever I think it was whenever he fed the 6 or 7 thousand people.
And then they didn't stop. They lived it, man.
Yeah, they followed him for 3 days. Can you imagine how hungry they are? But they were so hungry for the truth that they followed him. And Jesus was like, "All right, people, what do we got for food?"
Yeah.
and
We're
then
hungry. Like,
and
yeah,
then
really? I'm fasting.
miracle
Everyone's like,
came
I'm
in. But
hungry.
it's like people following him for 3 days. We don't have that these days. And even whenever he was in the city, and he was healing all these people, doing all these things, casting out the demons, yada yada yada. It wasn't a let's get all this stuff mass casting out in 1 hour. He would work with, it doesn't say in the Bible, but it's the spirit of the word itself. You can tell that he would spend time with them, work with the people, heal the people, and spend hours on end with them. And the religious folk, they they didn't like that. They saw that all the people were going to him and not going to the temple.
It's the same spirit. Same spirit today.
Exactly.